Yo, 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 what's going on at the fight world? It's your boy Money back with another one, man. And we talking boxing. And your boy's back in the building for a short period of time. Not a long time, but a short period at the moment. Mhm. Yeah, I smashed that like a shot come in. Pitbull, what's going down? Yeah, tank over everybody, bro. For sure, tank over everybody. We don't change who we rock with, but we don't ride no stupid ass narratives neither, Pitbull. You feel me? But it's tank way over this way. It's tank way. Ain't the blank way. Y'all smash it like a shot come in, man. Y'all know we ain't gonna have too many people in the building. Y'all know they don't rock with Money B no more. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no love for the West Coast. AJ 64 was going down. They ain't got no love for the West Coast no more. So we gotta fight and scrap and scrape for every little subscriber we get. Y'all smash that like for your boy, man. Cause we gonna talk today. So we gonna talk today, bro. Send this next one still. For real. I'm a goddamn chef. Yeah, we're gonna talk today, man. Tank and Shakur is needed in the sport of boxing. Tank and Shakur is needed in the sport. Abdullah Mason, who I rock with heavy, is earning his position at 135, but cats don't want to let him grow. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to let Abdullah Mason grow and earn his stripes. Appreciate that, Pitbull. I'm quite sure Abdullah Mason is enjoying the journey, bro. I'm gonna get an interview with Abdullah Mason one day, and I'm quite sure he's enjoying the journey. You feel me? You know, it's not about trying to down one or up another. You see these cats out here trying to down Shakur, and they looking for ways to down Shakur, so they try to use other fighters for their own personal reasons. It's not genuine. Like if you rocking with somebody, bro, you want to be real with that person. You want to be genuine with that person. A person know when you're trying to kiss ass and kiss up a little bit too much. You feel me? A person know when you're talking bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna say like this: if anybody say Abdullah Mason is ahead of Shakur Stevenson, then Abdullah Mason is ahead of Gervonta Tank Davis as well. Are y'all following me? If anybody tell you Abdullah Mason is ahead of Shakur Stevenson, then he's ahead of Gervonta Tank Davis as well. Like, let's be all the way 100. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a big fan of my Abdullah Mason, bro. Big fan. I've been rocking with Abdullah before a lot of these cats acting like they really, really rock with him. You know what I'm saying? I think I made the first video. I ain't gonna say like I put Abdullah out there, but I know I'm one of the first cats that made a video on Abdullah saying that boy really fights like Floyd, the younger Floyd, the pretty boy Floyd, with the style that he comes with. Understand me? So we just gonna keep it real, keep it real for a cool spill. You know what I'm saying? F how they feel. Cause a lot of these cats I kill when it comes to this boxing talk. You know what I mean? Since they want to put the egos out there. You know, so since cats want to run with their egos, y'all know I don't like an ego, bro. I hate an ego. You know what I'm saying? I hate an ego, bro. I hate cats who run with their egos and you know what I mean? Because that shit really it destroys a lot. Shakur versus Pater first, unfortunately. Nah, that's not unfortunately, Nate. That's a hell of a fight. I respect that fight. I respect it. You understand? I respect it. But what I don't respect is niggas acting like Zapata giving Shakur an opportunity when it's the other way around, Nate. That's so crazy to me, fam. You have a three-division world champion, silver medalist. He's a world champion right now. You understand what I'm saying? And Kessler acting like William Zapata is giving him an opportunity. These people is they going delusional, bro. When it comes to this boxing talk. MW2 vibes, what's going down? What's going down, chap? They're going delusional when it comes to this boxing talk. People think that they can put up a narrative and make it sound good because it's the most popular thing to go with the crowd, right? You see, we go against the crowd, we all know how they go. But we just go along to get along and ride the wave because it look good. It's gonna fill up your chat room, right? You're kissing the ass of the people. It makes you think you're right. When you're wrong, is you feel me? You're wrong is two left shoes. Have you ever seen it try to walk with two left shoes? Don't look too hot. You ever in Pitbull? Put a female in two left motherfucking heels and look how she walked down the street. So it's about these cats out here, they feeling themselves, bro. And they trying to down one cat to big up another when you don't have to do that. Gabe Moore was going down. They trying to down Shakur Stevenson in every which way, bro. From him from who he signed with, from how he fight, to his negotiations, to how much he pulling in. You feel me? Like, golly. Y'all can't get a man no credit on nothing. The man can't do nothing right. The man can't do nothing right. Like, stop it, bro. People have to stop it, bro. And I got Tank beating Shakur Stevenson. Let me put that out there. You feel me? So I don't need Like I don't need people to tell me, "Oh man, you're a Tank fan." This because I've been rocking with Tank, Earl, Wilder, and Canelo. Since I started talking this boxing shit. Since I started talking this boxing shit, I've been rocking with them. Before all the fame with Tank, before all the fame with Earl, before all the fame with Wilder, before all the fame with Canelo, I've been riding with those folks. And if you look at all four of them, you see a certain type of style that they fight with that attracts me. In New Way, Love in New Way. That's another one of my favorites. Jesse Bow Rodriguez, another one of my favorites. Abdullah Mason, another one of my favorites. But it just come down to the situation, bro, to where, you know, they got to get a dude some type of respect, bro. They got to get a dude some type of respect. Stevenson good. They want him to fight wild Mexico style. Stevenson need to keep doing what he do. Exactly, Pitbull. 100% correct, bro. Continue to do what you do and what got you where you at. You know what I mean? And then what gets to me is the ones who act like they really, really down and know this boxing shit. Act like they haven't seen how Shakur Stevenson fight since the beginning. Feel me? The ones that act like they really do this boxing ish, but act like they don't know styles and fights. You know what I mean? But act like they don't know styles and fights. Yeah, smash a like, bro. It's 7 people in the building. Y'all show some love for Money B. Like I say, they ain't gonna come around Money B no more. But we go make him come back one way or another. We gonna make him come back. We gonna make him come back one way or another. The beautiful queen. Thank you so much for coming through, Queen. I appreciate you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being a real one, for being supportive, for not following the crowd. You know what I mean? For not following the crowd, Queen. When you speak the truth, the truth shall shame the devil. The truth shall shame the devil. But we gonna keep it real around these parts. And we ain't gonna shit on certain fighters because we want to build up our favorite fighters, or we ain't gonna shit on certain fighters just to, make the people happy or make them feel good because that's what they want to hear. Now we're gonna tell you what you need to hear. And that's how it's gonna be from her on out over this way. That's how it's gonna be from her on out over this way, bro. We're not stroking no egos. We're not doing none of that. But we gonna keep it real with these certain fighters. You understand? So when people sit up here and tell y'all that Shakur Stevenson ain't worth the damn, that he ain't X, Y, and Z, they lying straight to your face. They lying straight to your face. Shakur Stevenson is everything and more. Shakur Stevenson is deserving and worthy. You understand what I'm saying? Like I say, first of all, the man is a silver medalist. Everybody wanted to sign him coming out the Olympics. He signed with Bob Earn, went over there, became a 3 division world champion under top rank, or was it 2? Maybe 2, but I think he got that 135. I don't know if he got that 135 on the top rank or not. But either way, the man became world champion, right? Press some of the top fighters to fight him, and they was turning them down. Press some of the top fighters that was fighting, and they turned them down. But cats ain't gonna talk about him getting turned down. What they gonna say is, oh, well, they turned him down because he was boring. They turned him down because they wanted money. Now they turned him down because they knew they couldn't fuck with that kid. They turned him down because they knew they couldn't fuck with the kid. They knew it was gonna be a tough task in the office. Period. I don't want to hear that. Oh, Shakur runs. Oh, he's boring. He don't throw enough punches. He don't fight. So ask them, how many fights did y'all say that he ran in? Like when you ask, how many fights did Shakur Stevenson run in? Ask these people, the ones who shit on him and talk about him and say he ain't X, Y, and Z. Ask them how many fights did he run in that he made boring. And when they start going against him. When did they start going against him and disrespecting him? Because a lot of these cats be pure fraudulent. You go back in the beginning, a lot of these cats was praising, oh, Shakur's this, Shakur's that. Shakur's going to be X, Y, and Z. Shakur's going to be this, he going to be that. And when they said it in the beginning, is he not what they said he was going to be? Is he not out here winning championships after championships? You understand what I'm saying? Is he not winning championships after championships? Because the way they talk about him, he's just an average fighter. The way they crucify that man, you would think he was just an average fighter. Average. When the man is the creme de la creme, he's at the top with everybody. He's at the top with everybody. I repeat, Shakur Stevenson is at the top with everybody. So whether you got the man losing to a certain fighter or not, don't never downplay that man as if he can't fight. Like I say, the man last fight, he got a stoppage. Was it good enough? No. The fight before that, he pressed the fighter, who was a come forward fighter, told him to get his track shoes because he gonna be running the whole fight. Had his ass going back the whole fight. Could have let his hands go a little bit more, I will admit that, right? You see Terrence Crawford getting his ass about it. You see him talking to Andre Ward about it. But he pressed in that fight. I repeat, he pressed in that fight. He went forward. He told that man, you're going to get your track shoes. You understand? With a fucked up hand. With a fucked up hand. But they still criticize. You know what I mean? So it's like you just see what's really going on when it comes to Shakur Stevenson, man. Like Stevie Wonder can see what's going on when it comes to Shakur Stevenson. It's just hatred. It's just hatred. And then you ask them, why you hating on Shakur? We're not hating on Shakur. Shakur brought the hate on himself. Shakur said he was going to do this and do that, and he didn't do it. It's a lot of fucking fighters that talk shit at the press conference, say they go knock somebody out and it don't happen. Tank said he go knock out Lamont Roach. Did it happen? Tank said he was going to knock out Lamont Roach. Did it happen? Tank said he going to knock out Pitbull Cruz. I mean, yeah, did it happen? Right? But what we gonna say? Tank had one hand against Pitbull Cruz. But if we say Shakur had one hand against De Los Santos, do we get the same respect? Tank said he's gonna knock out Lamont Roach. Does Shakur get the same respect? Ask these dudes this question. Ask them the questions. See what they say. See how they flip the screen. See how they, oh, well, the thing is, nah, ain't no none of that. Fighters say go do a lot of shit. Mike Tyson said he was gonna kill Buster Douglas. Did it happen? Ali said he gonna fuck Frazier up in the first fight. Did it happen? See what I'm saying? So it's like fighters say a lot of things, man. So you telling me we gonna hold only one person accountable for what he said and it didn't happen? We go maximize on that kid? We want to put him in a box and sit him to the side in a realm of his own? Is he that special? Is he that special that you guys want him to do what he said he has to do? But when other fighters don't do what they say they're going to do, they can get the biggest hall pass in the world. They can get the biggest hall pass in the world. But when it comes to Shakur Stevenson, he get crucified and nailed to the cross. I mean, the kid get crucified and nailed to the cross. And y'all know the worst part, like what's really fucked up? He wins the fight. The kid wins the fight. Might not be in the fashion you want to see him win in. But the name of the game is to win. Last time I checked, in my Nipsey Hussle voice. You feel me? In my Nipsey Hussle voice, last time I checked, the name of the game in the sport of boxing, a brutal sport, a dangerous sport, a dirty sport, A sport, if you're not on your shit, and if you tripping and flipping, you will meet your demise. You will meet your demise. You will get criticized. You will get stoned. And like I said, you will get nailed to the cross like they did Jesus. By the same fans that say they love the sport. The same fans that say they love the sport. They pick and choose, man. They pick and choose, man. Depending on which way the fucking wind is blowing. You feel me? Depending on which way the wind is blowing. But you can also walk against the wind as long as you don't spit in it. You can also walk against the wind as long as you don't spit in it. And it feels just as good. Probably feel better because the breeze blowing on your face. You feel me? You learn to respect it and not disrespect it. You learn to respect it and not disrespect it. But I see a lot of people just go along to get along, man. A lot of people say they don't do X, Y, and Z, but they going along to get along. And they try to touch Shakur Stevenson down because he signed to some people that they don't like, or he's doing business with people that they don't like, that they so-called don't like, because they really don't have a reason to not liking people that you don't even fucking know. A lot of people say they don't like Turkey Al-Sheikh, and they don't have a real legit reason not to like Turkey Al-Sheikh. People go by what they read, and that give them the perception of who an individual is when you never met that person. Then you got people out here talking about, oh man, he wipe his behind with a hand that he shake people's hands with. He's not supposed to shake hands. He shake hands with the hand that he wiped his behind with. The nastiest, grossest ish that people is talking about. But last time that I checked, every human being has to crap. Right? And this gonna be very quick because I ain't gonna be on this type of issue. But every human being has to take a crap. Unless you walking around with some nasty ass underwears on, you're cleaning yourself. And you're cleaning yourself by wiping yourself with your hand. If you're human. You understand? If you're human. And after you do that, hopefully, through the grace of God, you know you have clean water and soap and you wash your hands. So I don't get what the hell somebody is talking about when they say the stupidest shit in the world. People make their decisions on other individuals with emotions, and these are grown men I'm talking about. Grown ass men sitting up here with emotions, making decisions on other grown men that they don't even fucking know. Don't know it all, but they claim they do. Oh well, I know his type. I know him. Yeah, he's this, he's that. He's this, he's that. I can tell. He's this, he's that. Man, you don't know that, man. Cut it out. Stop it. Cut it out. Don't come to me talking about you know an individual because of what you read in some fucking news articles. Well, I read that and don't do no research on who wrote the articles. Who wrote the article, bro? Did you cite your source? Who wrote it? Where they're from? What was their reason to write it? You know what I mean? So a lot of these cats, that's how they get down nowadays, bro. That's how they get down. And I promise y'all, I will bite their fucking heads off when it come to talking this boxing shit or disrespecting other cats. I will bite their fucking heads off. And that's their reason on why they hate Shakur Stevenson. Because he's signed to some cats that they don't like I say, or they quote unquote say they don't like because they don't know people not to like them. My brother Key was going down, bro. I'm gonna drop the link, Key. You know, I don't know if you still busy or not, but if you could, you can jump on. But they quote unquote don't like him, right? And they use all these reasons on why they don't like Shakur Stevenson. But all the reasons why they don't like Shakur Stevenson, it obtains to other fighters, but they don't do the other fighters the way they do Shakur. They don't do to other fighters what they do to Shakur Stevenson. Like I said earlier, Tank ain't knock out Pitbull Cruz. What was his reason why? A hurt hand. Okay, Key, let me know when you settle. A hurt hand. No. Tank it all the praises. All the just do. Because he went 12 rounds with one hand. Shakur Stevenson go 12 rounds with one hand and torn shoulder, right? Shoulder proof. He get crucified. Y'all gotta watch these cats when they be talking this boxing ish, man. Y'all gotta watch them. You know, they try to slick talk, but it's not slick. They try to slick talk, but it's not slick. It's thick. It's not slick. It's thick. And they get caught up in the shit. Especially fuck with it like me. Especially with it like me, brother. Seriously, man. All I'm trying to do is wake y'all up and not let a lot of y'all be sheeps out there, bro. Like I say, y'all don't have to like Shakur Stevenson, bro. Y'all don't have to like the man fighting style. Y'all don't even have to pick him to win certain fights. All I'm doing is showing y'all how to respect the man, right? Give respect where respect is due. Give respect where respect is due. At the end of the day. Because like I said, these dudes will tell y'all Shakur Stevenson can't fight. Shakur Stevenson can't do this. He can't do that. And ask yourself, why would they sit up there and lie to y'all like that? You know? Why if they waste their time to go out their way and try so hard to discredit that man and tear him down? It has to be personal reasons. Has to be personal reasons. And why do they have personal issues with a man that they don't even know or did nothing to them? You know what I mean? Did he hurt your feelings somewhere down the line? Did he say something about you? Did he F your girl? I'm just trying to figure out why. I'm just trying to figure out why. Like, why all the hate and why all the lies? And why try to manipulate the situation? And every time, look, even when he proved people wrong, even when the man go out there and prove these cats wrong, they still won't get a little dude no just do no credit. They said the boy need to do everything he need to do to get a Wimps to pay the fight. He need to do everything he need to do to get a Wimps to pay the fight. Like I said earlier, that's if Wimps Cepeda was giving him an opportunity. Like he's not giving Wimps Cepeda the opportunity. Like he's not the champion. 3 division world champion. Former unified champion. You feel me? Not just that. Destroyed the man who whooped Lamar Roach, right? The same Lamar Roach who went 12 against Tank, who a lot of people saying he beat Tank. And I'm gonna do a fight rewatch so I can really see who won that fight because I only saw like 6 rounds. You know what I mean? Shit got kicking us out, letting us in, kicking us out, letting us in. Dummies. Right? But Shakur Stevenson, I'm talking about beat the fuck. Beat the fuck out of Jamel Herring, who is a former Olympian, 2012 Olympian, who I respect to the utmost. No, military man who beat Lamar Roach. Mike Ryan, what's going down, brother? How you feeling, man? How did the surgery go, Mike? You know, I had you in my prayers, brother. Had you in my prayers. Mike Ryan, I don't write rhymes, I write checks. You never know who's praying for you, bro. Just posted my dude Tevin Form on my Instagram. He just liked it. You see, we talk to these fighters every day, man. Every day I'm talking to a different fighter, bro. That's how entrenched in the game we is, fam. Every day, literally every day, I'm talking to a fighter. I'm talking to a fighter. Some world champions, some former world champions, some Hall of Famers, some old school, some legendary. Come on, man. Yeah, I'm still in here. I had my 6th spinal surgery, and he found something else wrong with my spine. So he stabilized me, but he took 2 screws out of my other fusion. I got to find out why. Okay, man. I pray that they get everything straight and get it right with you, my brother. I mean, trust me, I know it all so well about the spine, the nerves, every goddamn thing. You feel me? So I'm praying, man, everything go right with you. I'm praying they get it together, and wish you a speedy recovery and nothing but the best of health, my boy. You know, keep fighting a good fight over there, champ. Keep fighting a good fight. Keep on living. Keep on moving on, cause you are surviving. You are a fighter. You know what I mean? To go through everything you went through, champ, and to be here, you know what I mean? The way you are, salute to you, my boy. Salute to you. Y'all keep Mike Rhymes in your prayers. You know what I mean? Rule exposure. What's going down? So yeah, now let me tell y'all why Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson need to happen, yo. Because I've been spending this time, you know, on gut punching a lot of these cats for hating on Shakur. For sure, Tank is the best, man. I have Tank beating Shakur Stevenson. I have Gervonta Tank Davis beating Shakur Stevenson. The only man I think beat Shakur Stevenson. I repeat, the only man I think beat Shakur Stevenson, and vice versa. If it's a guy out there that I think that can beat Gervonta Tank Davis, it is Shakur Stevenson. The only one I can see. The only one I can see. You know what I mean? You see, that's what I mean right here. Nobody want to see him fight. Nobody want to see who fight. Lamar Roach is going to KO him. Lamar Roach going to KO who? Who? Lamar Roach is going to KO who? My brother in the building, man. Omega, what's going down, big bro? How you feeling, champ? Lamar Roach is going to KO who? Nobody want to see who fight. But I'm gonna tell y'all why Tank and Stevenson need to happen, because it's one of them fights, bro, for the sport that's going to be an event. It's going to be an event when it happens. It's the best versus the best in their prime, right? When we looking at the situation, I think Shakur Stevenson brings something different out of Gervonta Tank Davis, and vice versa. I think Gervonta Davis brings something different out of Shakur Stevenson, because they both have to face the adversity of what can negate both of their best attributes. Are you following me? Are you following me? Dangerous Desire Bully, what's going on? Big Money, you're a fool if you think Shakur Stevenson ain't at the top and Shakur Stevenson ain't a pound for pound fighter. You're a fool if you think that, man. Respectfully, like my man's to say. What's my Georgia dude name, man? I rocks with him heavy. You know, me and him, we had our little situation, but that's water under the bridge. That's what water under the bridge. But Gervonta Tank Davis will have to figure out how to trap Shakur Stevenson and get around his defense. Ooh, we Monty B go speak this real that these boys don't want y'all to hear, because these boys ain't go talking like this. Tank is going to have to figure out how to get around the toughest defense that he ever seen in the sport of boxing. The toughest defense that he ever seen in the sport of boxing. While on the other hand, Shakur Steve's got to deal with the most power he ever seen in the sport, the speed, the angles. So he's going to have to figure out how to negate Gervonta Tank Davis' offense, right? At full throttle. At full throttle. And not just that, these boys are in their PRIME. And y'all know money is a PIMP. You feel me? Got the blessings from the God. Right? So when we're looking at both of these dudes, they're gonna have to figure out and do some shit that's gonna catapult them to another level, man. It's gonna catapult them to another level. It's gonna put them on a focus stage that they never been on before. And that's for both. That's for both. To where we're gonna see boxing at its highest peak, bro. And that is one of them fights where I am willing to go on the line and say it lives up to the hype. You understand? It lives up to the hype. Because when you're in a fight of that magnitude in the ring like that, against the opponent you're against, you want that challenge. Or you should want that challenge. You should want that challenge. you know. And if Tank can get around Shakur defense, cut the ring, use certain angles, and figure out how to knock Shakur Stevenson out, nobody is touching him. Nobody is touching him. Nobody. Nobody. You feel me? It'd be like cracking the Da Vinci Code. It'd be like cracking the Da Vinci Code. Everybody else done for. The OG Bruce Gas, my big brother, who I respect to the utmost. One of the cats that have my back, like Omega got my back. You know what I mean? And I ain't got to say too much, but he know what I'm talking about. I appreciate you, Bruce. Thank you for coming through, champ. Like I said, we ain't gonna get too many people in the building tonight, y'all, because they not coming to where the crowd is not followed. Because this real spill, you know what I mean? It's gonna kill that bullshit. You know? But we gonna keep working. And we will be back full throttle. But right now, we still figuring things out. But yeah, if Tank figure out how to crack that Da Vinci Code to Shakur Stevenson, bro, these cats ain't got nothing coming. And vice versa. If Shakur Stevenson figure out how to negate Gervonta Tank Davis' power and figure out a way to beat him, with him being at his highest peak, it's nothing nobody else can do to him. Everybody else is cooked food as long as he's staying on his ish. Everybody else is barbecue chicken, curly fries. You know what I mean? And not just that, what is it going to do for the fans? How the fans are going to appreciate the fight. They have a whole different respect for Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Tank Davis. And I bet y'all this. See, this how this world works, bro. This how the universe works, right? Because a lot of these dudes, and I'm gonna keep it all the way 100, 1,000, so y'all can really pick up on what I'm saying, man. Pick up what I'm putting down. You feel me? A lot of these people dislike Shakur Stevenson because of the things Gervonta Tank Davis said about him. So because Gervonta Tank Davis said, I don't like the dude, he X, Y, and Z, da 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 this, da 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 that. These cats say the same shit Tank say, and that's their reason on not liking Shakur Stevenson. That's their reason. That's the truth. Because they ain't got no reason on not liking him. Like I said, they don't even know the man. They not fighting the man. The man haven't done anything to them. Nothing at all. But because the person who they so attached to, some of these cats act like they're attached, you know what I mean? But they just there for, but I ain't go, you feel me? But the cat they act like they're so attached to and attracted to because he said a few things about Shakur Stevenson. They take it and make it a personal own reason on why they don't like the man. You feel what I'm saying? That'd be like me saying I don't like David Benavidez because Canelo said he don't fuck with David Benavidez. Right? But I rock with David heavy. Love his fighting style. Love his fighting style. Love what he do inside the ring. Can say he's deserving of a Canelo Alvarez fight. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys disrespect Shakur Stevenson because I guess they feel like it's gonna make Tank feel good. As if they going home with Tank. As if they going to the gym with Tank. They even going to a tank fight. You understand what I'm saying? Or if they going to a tank fight. But if Gervonta Tank Davis was to turn around today and say, man, the things I said about Shakur Stevenson, I said it out of X, Y, and Z, bro. He's a hell of a fighter. I spoiled the dude. The dude's a bad motherfucker. He's this, he's that. Those same people that discredit him, that say they hated him, that talked all that shit about him, he can't do this, he's boring, he's this, he's that. I'll be the same ones turning around saying, man, look, I really like Shakur Stevenson. I really do. I only said this because I felt like he should have got away from this dude and that dude and this dude and that dude. But in all reality, he's a hell of a fighter. You know what I mean? He is a three-division world champion. He is a silver medalist. He is undefeated. He is a pound-for-pound fighter. He is pulling in millions of dollars. He is one of the top shotters. Crazy. Crazy, bro. Crazy, bro. But at the end of the day, Tank and Shakur is needed for the sport of boxing because it opened up the door for other young cats to get in the ring and fight one another. They can do some shit that say, man, I want to be just like that on that level, in that atmosphere, doing that against the next top opponent. You know what I mean? It set trends. It set trends. You know? Break down walls, break down barriers, and give us some history. AJ 6'4", all facts, bro. Great clash of styles. Styles make fights. Styles make fights. But if you let these cats tell you, oh, Shakur Stevenson is a runner, he's a track star, right? And his style is boring. The last time I checked, right? And that's the style that a puncher is happy to face, that a puncher should go out there to knock the fuck out. Or is because it make a puncher have to think in the ring, and you don't just got a dead body in front of you, a fucking punching bag. It's bad for business. Come on, M-Dub too, man. You know I got tank over everybody, bro. Shout out to Coach, man. Rest in peace to the one and only Coach. My big bro. Gervonta Davis over everybody. But he a Devin Haney fan, so he got Devin over everybody. He got Benavidez over everybody. He had Regis Prograis over everybody. And that's the coach that we love. You feel me? But nonetheless, fam, I just want people to get a dude the respect that he deserves, man. Like I said, you ain't got to like Shakur Stevenson. I ain't telling nobody to kiss Shakur Stevenson ass. I ain't telling nobody to switch over and be a fan of his and do this and do that. All I'm saying is some of this shit that these people be saying about the dude, y'all know it's bullshit. Y'all know it. But y'all still accept it. You know what I mean? Y'all still accept it. Y'all still accept it and rock out with it because y'all don't like the dude. You know what I mean? Because y'all don't like the dude. And like I said, y'all don't have no reason on not liking the dude. Y'all don't have no reason on not liking the dude. I got Tank getting the knockout in the rematch. Me too, my brother. Me too. Y'all smash a like button for your boy though, man. If y'all could show some love, let your boy get a couple donations in the cash app. Rock out with Money Beat one time for the one time, if you could. But not only that, if y'all can sign up to Underdog Fantasy for me, man, and try to help me get my channel sponsored by Underdog, that'd be a hell of a thing. M Dub 2, could you help me out? AJ64, could you help me out? Bruce Gas did it for me. Y'all might have to sign up to Underdog, but y'all gotta have $10 to put into y'all account. But nonetheless, y'all, nonetheless, we need Tank versus Shakur. Now, let me talk about Abdullah Mason. I talked about this earlier. Dudes have tried to use Abdullah Mason as a shield. You understand? People trying to use Abdullah Mason as a shield. They trying to use Abdullah Mason as a shield to disrespect Shakur Stevenson, which I respect Shakur on so many levels, bro. I respect Abdullah Mason on so many levels. Just do what's going down. Just do. Don't your boy the alley hoop, my brother. You know, on Facebook, champ. All you need is $10 after you sign up. Help your boy be on this motherfucker. Hey, I interrupt this video to tell you guys, are you trying to get paid? Are you trying to make some money? Are you a sports fan? Like me and my brother just do boxing? Well, I'll tell you right now, Underdog is where you want to be. I gotta make a video. I can't make shit if I don't get the numbers. Help your boy get the Underdog shirt. Help your boy get the Underdog sign because they can sponsor your boy. You feel me? Help your boy Money B get to the top. We brothers. You know? Most definitely, I'm going to stand at the olive branch right back. If I can get you on, bring you on the team, I'm going to do that. But we got to get our feet through the Dizzo first. Let's see how that shit Rizzo. And then we all go eat. You know what I mean? And I ain't lying like these other cats talking about, I'm trying to feed us all, and they just trying to feed their damn self. But nonetheless, right? A lot of these cats try to use Abdullah Mason. And I shout out to my brother Just Do, hell of a channel, man. Respect what he doing and everything, you know. But when he was over there, I didn't want people to get too invested into saying, oh, Abdullah is not better than Shakur. Because cats trying to say Abdullah Mason is better than Shakur Stevenson. Like, we all look at the game, right? We all see what's going on. Abdullah is one of them warns. Abdullah is one of them warns. He's going to have his time. He's going to have his shine. But his time is just not now. You understand what I'm saying? Let him enjoy his journey. Let him enjoy his process. Right? Cats talk. They have the nerve to open their mouth up and say Shakur got to earn this and earn that. And in the same voice, they want to give it to somebody who haven't earned the opportunity to be over Shakur yet. Right? Ray 1400 said Abdullah need to fight Andy Cruz. That fight to get there when it get there, bro. But it's not there yet. Money Brown found. What's going down, bro? What's that sweet 87 Mexican? What's going down, bro? He's not there yet. He's walking this journey. He's living in this purpose right now. And he's loving every moment of it. Right? Instead of cats trying to catapult him to being a world champion, to being on a pound for pound list. Right? I got Tank M Dub too. Ray 1400 say, why is it not there? Why what not there, bro? Right? Because Abdullah Mason versus Andy Cruz can be one of them ones, fam. Andy Cruz is still making his name. Andy Cruz is still making this name. Andy Cruz ain't no Rudy Poo now. Andy Cruz is a gold medalist, bro. He's making his name. So, Abdullah Mason is enjoying his journey. So you got cats out there. You saying so what? Let them fight now. It's not going to happen. Is what I'm telling you, right? 1400. It's not going to happen. Neither one has got a title yet. You got to understand the sport. They're moving them to get in position to face each other, just like uh, just like they're trying to move um, Keyshawn Davis and become world champion for him and Andy Cruz get talked about. Oh, the Queen came through and showed me love. Hands down, just doing this family the best in the business, bro. I appreciate you, Queen. I appreciate you. You see, I'm getting a little love out here. I'm getting a little love in these streets. I'm getting a little love in these streets. They do got love for montray-brown in the West Coast. Y'all don't love us. Y'all don't love us. We know where we at. We know we on the East Coast. Man, fuck Andy Cruz. It's Keyshawn all day, every day. For sure, Miss Do Boxing. But my whole thing is business, right? Let me break down something. Y'all stay here for this. Y'all take this ride with me. Take this ride with me. Please take this ride with me. This is the sport of boxing, y'all. To where promoters, they find fighters that they can build up to become stars, right? And then you go on there and put your stars against the next big star. But as a promoter, when you invest your money into these fighters, you're not going to throw them to the wolves so fast. I repeat, as a promoter, when you invest your money into these fighters, you're not going to throw them to the wolves so fast. I like 50 Cent. When 50 Cent became a promoter, he came into the game as a fan, right? He was a fan, right? He had Yuriokis Gamboa, he had Andre Durrell, he had Billy Dibbs, and I think he had one more fighter, right? But those was his top three. By 50 Cent coming into the business as a fan with Floyd Mayweather being in jail, guess what? Billy Diaz was a world champion. Yuriokis Gamboa was a world champion. Andre Durrell was a world champion, right? By 50 being a fan, he wanted to see the best of the best fights, right? So when he go out there, fuck it, I'm gonna give the people what they want to see. He gave us Terrence Crawford, Yuriokis Gamboa. Bam, knocked Gamboa off the map. That was one of his champions. He gave us James DeGale, chunky James DeGale versus Andre Durrell. Bam, knocked Andre Durrell off the map. He gave us Billy Diaz versus Gradovich, right? Y'all probably don't know who Gradovich is, but he was a Russian fighter. Guess what happened to Billy Diaz twice? Bam, knocked his ass off the map. So now, as a promoter and you've been a fan, guess what? All your champions are gone now, right? All your champions are gone. But now, take it from a business-minded promoter. I got three champions. I'm not going to feed them to the wolves so fast. You understand? I'm going to, hey, we go work this. We go fight some fighters that's coming up. We go fight some mandatories. We're going to milk the game for some money. We're going to let you look good. You understand? Knock out these motherfuckers as a world champion. Build you up in that fashion still. Now, when you get up there, you got, let's just say you defended your titles 3 times. You on fire a little bit. Now we can put you against another world champion, or now we can put you against one of the top names, and we can put this shit on pay-per-view, and we can rock out like that. But instead, that's a business-minded promoters. That's why these promoters don't jump out there and throw their champions to the wolves so fast. You understand what I'm saying? They slow it down. They milk the game for a little bit because you got to get your investment back. And then when you start seeing, money on top of money on top of money, and you burying money in the casket, voila. Then they start putting them cats in there with the big names and shit. Because if they get their ass knocked off, you recoup your money back already. And then not only that, don't let it be a fight that's under your own, up under your same banner already that you done built up, right? Oh man, I got a fighter for you to fight. We done built them up. Now I got him fighting on the same court as you. So while you knocking the motherfucker out, he knocking the motherfucker out. He calling you out. Now, voila, I got a big event happening. And guess where all the money going? It's staying home. And the money just don't stay home. The champions stay home because it's my fighter that's up and coming. You see what I'm saying? That's how the business of boxing works, fam. So when we looking at Abdullah Mason and we looking at Andy Cruz, and I think they both on top rank, right? If they both on top rank, then I know Andy Cruz, he trained with Boots now, but I think he on the top rank. I might be wrong with that, but I know Abdullah Mason is. You build them up, and then you let them go. I appreciate that love, bro. You say, let's get them likes up for new viewers. Welcome to the channel. The likes up. You feel me? We ain't got that many people in the building, so I ain't really too worried about the lights up, my boy. But I just appreciate the people coming through. Like I got real ones in the building. We got Miss Just Do, we got Just Do, we got my brother Everything Boxing, we got True, we got Ray, we got a few cool people. We had OG Bruce Gas. So I'm not really worrying about it, my G. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I will bite one of these Negro heads off, and once I get myself in a position where I can get back on her, you know, especially when I get this sponsorship, I'm gonna bite a few of these cats' heads off and show y'all that the shit that they talking about, my brother Just Do, he love to keep it cordial. You know what I mean? He all about uplifting, building bridges, not burning bridges down. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come through and burn a few of they goddamn bridges down and let them be pissed off and let their little fans be mad as fuck at me. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But back to Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason is enjoying his rise to the top, bro. He's enjoying his rise to the top. So when people go out here and try to use Abdullah Mason as a shield and try to put him in the middle of Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis shit, cut it out, man. Cut it out. Like I said, that's disingenuous, right? That's not keeping the trail, bro. That's not keeping the trail at all. You feel me? To go out there and just spew out lies. Oh, Abdullah Mason is better than Shakur Stevenson right now. When you got Shakur Stevenson as a 3-division world champion, undefeated, silver medalist, making millions of dollars, right? Fighting on the top cards, can headline, right? Doesn't matter what people say. Oh, he falling here, he falling there. Can still be the headline. Let me put this link out there. Can still be the headliner, right? People will sit up there and tell a bold-faced lie and try to make it out to be the truth. Try to make it out to be the truth, bro. Nobody in boxing, no channel right now, no fighters right now will say, yeah, man, I put Abdullah Mason above Shakur Stevenson. Only a motherfucker that's pushing the dumbass narrative will say some stupid shit like that. And once again, this is no knock to Abdullah Mason because he is doing this thing. Like I say, it's just the people who try to use him as a shield. It's just the people that try to use him as a shield to get in the middle of their bullshit of what they think about Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson. Look, y'all. As soon as I click on my shit, bro, bam, it went off. Underdog was right there, bro. I have to get this underdog. I got to get this shit. I got to get it. Yeah, but just for them to, use them for that, bro. Like, stop it, man. Like, really stop it. Stop it. Because they know it ain't true. And I'm willing to debate anybody. I'm willing to debate anybody. I'm willing to debate anybody. All these motherfuckers that come out, they the debate kings, they doing this and they doing that. I'm willing to debate any of these cats on Abdullah Mason is not being ahead of Shakur Stevenson right now. But if we debate, it's going to be on montray-brown TV and not nobody else's channel. You know what I mean? Now let's see if they got the balls to come over here and debate montray-brown on that topic. And you can go tell any of these fools out there that's saying that stupid shit that montray-brown said, come to his channel and prove to him that Abdullah Mason, one hell of a fighter, special talent. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying his rise to the top, will be a world champion. Has the skills to be a multi-division world champion, bro. But his time just ain't now. You feel me? So tell any of them cats that feel like they this, that, and the third to step up to the plate and come prove that Abdullah Mason is better than Shakur Stevenson right now. I bet you they won't touch it. I bet you they won't touch it. I bet you they won't touch it with a 12-foot pole. You feel me? So that's just how you know they just running their mouth. And they just talking, y'all. They just talking. M-Dub2 said, I think Tank versus Shakur would be a 50-50 fight. It's a hell of a fight that need to be done, my brother. A hell of a fight that need to be done. Like, I don't listen to Canelo when he say, about the Benavidez fight. I believe Benavidez deserved the fight. I don't listen to Tank when he says Shakur Stevenson don't deserve the fight. I believe Shakur Stevenson deserves the fight. Why? Because at 135, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at 135, 135, the lightweight division, where there are four different world champions. You understand what I'm saying? The top two world champions is Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson. The most two skills in the division is Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson. You feel me? Two of the top pound for pound fighters in the division is Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson. You follow me? You understand? And that's why that fight need to take place. Now, like I was saying about Abdullah Mason, man, the kid will be a world champion and a multi-division world champion. But his time ain't now. It ain't now. No. He working to get his first world title shot. And him and his family, they enjoying the ride, bro. But I know one thing. They not falling for the bullshit open door. People trying to tell him bullshit like, you better than Shakur Stevenson right now. You number 2 in the division right now. That man ain't listen to that bullshit. That man know where he lies. Abdullah Mason ain't no fool. That's why I respect Abdullah Mason, bro. That man ain't no fool. He pushed himself to a contender, M-Dub too. If Key KO De Los Santos, he'll be 2 for me. If Mason wants to prove himself, who are we to stop him if he's capable? He could win. I never said he couldn't win, brother. I never said he couldn't win. You understand? What I'm telling you is the power that be is not going to make that fight right now. You know what I mean? They're on 2 different trajectories, right? To get to the top, to get a world title, to be a world title. To be a world champion. You feel me? Now, if they put themselves in position to fight for a world title, that's a different situation right there. That's a different situation. They're putting themselves in position to fight for a world title. But just to get in the ring and fight each other right now, making the small amount of money that they're making, knowing that fight can be, you know what I'm saying, a super duper fight. You talking about a gold medalist, right? Taking on one of the top. I'm talking about one of the, oh man, blood boxing just came through and showed me some blood. Stepping on their necks, big blood. OG blood just came through ripping through a 50 piece. Ain't nobody even stressing. Blessings, blessings on blessings on blessings. OG blood just threw me a blessing. Blessing. What's going on, OG? I appreciate that love, OG. I appreciate you, big brother. Salute. Thank you so much for that, blood. They gonna make more Tyler versus Mason. So, oh shit, Blair's jumping. You know it forever, always. It's gonna always be love, blood. You see, that's an OG right there. That's an OG pulling through, showing your boy some love, man. You see, you know how many fans blood worked? Blood worked 100 of them skeezers. What they say on the woods, he worked 100 of them skeezers. So that's 100 people in my chat right now. That's 100 people in my chat right now with blood boxing come through this BFB. Yeah, let's go piss him off. Let's go piss him off. So yeah, so it's all about building them up, bro, and putting them in a position to make it make sense. It's chess, not checkers in this boxing game, especially now. Especially now. It's more of a business today than it will ever be. It's more of a business today than it will ever be. They call me Mr. Big. Nah, but what's the name you put Mason in front of to get public attraction? Listen, he's getting public attraction, bro. They building him the right way. He knocking shit out. He's making his name. You feel me? He's knocking shit out. He's making his name. You feel me? Like, to be honest with you, I have to go down the list and see, the names out there that he's going to meet up, that's going to take him to the next level to be that step, right? Because he said he want to be fighting for a world title by next year. You feel me? And we'll see how Top Rank maneuver him and do that. You know what I'm saying? But I have to go down the list and see, what names should be the next step or the next step. But that's their job, and that's why that's why they get paid. And we'll see. Like right now, I ain't gonna hold you, right? 14. I ain't even trying to play matchmaker. I ain't trying to play matchmaker. I'm just looking to see who they gonna put together. I know what fights that should be made at the moment that's good for boxing, that should be out there, that we shouldn't miss. Right? So I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? But we'll see who they put together with him. He's a hell of a talent. He's a hell of a talent. Hey, Blood, this an OG. Is Abdullah Mason ahead of Shakur Stevenson right now at this moment, Blood? Abdullah Mason, is he ahead of Shakur Stevenson, a silver medalist, a 3-division world champion, former unified champion, right? What title he hold right now in WBC at 135? WBC champion, if I'm not mistaken. Making millions of dollars. You see what I'm saying? You see, he ain't saying nice. Hell no. No one thinks that. Oh, Blood, it's a few people out here that saying it is true. It's a few people out here that saying it's true, Blood. And they not just saying it's true. They sticking their chest out with it. Superman, right? I'm talking about just to down this kid as if he can't fight. To down this kid as if he can't fight, Blood. They're trying to discredit everything this man has put in a game, that the hard work, the sweat, blood, dedication that he's put into the game to earn his name. And you got these fool-ass fools out here talking about, man, and I love, like I said, this is no knock to Abdullah. I love Abdullah. His time will come. And when his time comes, he will take advantage. He will shine. And like I said earlier, that kid will be a multi-division world champion because of his skill set, as long as he stay focused, right? He got a great father, got brothers, got a cousin that love him. You feel me? As long as he stay focused and do what he got to do. But right now, bro, like, don't just spill the bullshit out there just because, it goes along with the crowd. Not sticking their chest out. Hey, Miss Just Do, I'm telling you, Queen, these mother is sticking their chest out because they don't like the man. Like I say, you ask them, why don't you like Shakur Stevenson? Hey, Mr. Al, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a tissy roll of a tissy roll of a tissy pop? Right? A 1, a 2. You know what I mean? Like, you ask these cats why they don't like Shakur Stevenson, they ain't got no fucking reason why they don't like Shakur Stevenson. Like I said, either the man that crack your baby mama, then crack your wife, then crack your sister, then crack your mama, right? Either he did some disrespectful ish, Are you just a hater? Are you just a hater? Because when I look at these cats talk about him, he can't do no right. He can't do no right. He need to do everything he need to do in his power to get a Zabeta fight. He need to fight William Zapata. That's the fight he need to fight. He need to go sign with Golden Boy. He need to do everything to fight a William Zapata, right? As if William Zapata is a world champion, giving him an opportunity, and him not giving Will Zapata an opportunity. William Zapata is the A side. On what fucking planet is William Zapata the A side? On what planet is he the A side? They don't know why they don't like these fighters. Motherfuckers are wild. Wild and word, Miss Just Do. Wild and word. You feel me? Wild and word. And they really be trying to stand on what they say as if they got leverage. What my man just what Kendrick Lamar say? My cousin tried to sue me like he got the privilege, right? These cats be talking like they got the privilege. These cats be talking like they are really in the game. They be talking like they're really in the game. Like they signed a fighter, they sat in the rooms, they negotiated a deal. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers know how the pyramid was built. They know what's under the pyramid. They talk to aliens. They can go back and watch Jesus get crucified. How many nails they use. Let them tell these motherfuckers know where the Holy Grail is. They broke the Da Vinci Code. They know the sweet signs of boxing. I repeat, they know the sweet signs of boxing while shitting on the sweet signs of boxing. They know the sweet signs of boxing while shitting on the real definition of the sweet signs of boxing. Defense angles miss, make you pay. Defense angles miss, make you pay. Defense angles miss, make you pay. It's the sweet signs, bro. That's the sweet signs. But you can stand in front of a motherfucker, put your defense up, use angles, make them miss, make them pay. It gets no sweeter than that. None. None. You feel me? That would make a motherfucker say, "Wow, ooh, you see that? That boy was standing right there and didn't get touched. That boy weaved, made him miss, came back with an angle to where only he can get his shit off, and he can't be touched." Like, man, these cats just be talking. Like I said, go tell your favorite content creator, who talk like they the big dog and they know what the fuck they talking about, that say that Abdullah Mason is the head of Shakur Stevenson. Tell them to come to montray-brown TV if they want to debate that issue. And after I bite their fucking head off, we'll see them running back to their shit, talking some bullshit, and trying to, justify why I put a foot so far up their ass, right? You got a crippled man who can't even move his legs. Put a foot so far up your ass that you need surgery to remove it. Now, how does that happen? Is that fate? Is it science? Is it magic? But I promise you, I will put a foot so far up your favorite content creator ass talking about some Abdullah Mason is ahead of Shakur Stevenson at this moment. Not saying he can't be. Not saying at the end of their careers, Abdullah Mason won't be a 5 division, 6 division world champion, undefeated, made $17 billion, beat this fighter, that fighter, that fighter, this fighter, that fighter, that fighter. You understand what I'm saying? Not saying he can't be. But at this very moment, 2025, like my boy Cooper Cup would say, just be where your feet are at all times. Being where our feet are, wherever you at, sitting in your house, laying with your man, laying with your woman, laying with your kids, working, doing whatever you're doing in the world right now in this universe, what's revolving to make this shit go around. Abdullah Mason is nowhere near Shakur Stevenson. Nowhere near. Like I said, this is no knock, this is no hate. I rock with him. Rock with him. But he's nowhere near Shakur Stevenson. You feel me? And we just got to start keeping it real and keeping it real. Because these cats sit up here, like I said, they make the shit sound good. Oh man, he did that, he did this, he did that, he did this, right? Hell of a style Abdullah Mason got. I'm talking about go out there and demolish you, beat the shit out you, want to snatch your soul up out your body, right? But that's on the rise, man. That's on the rise. We all know how it go the first 10 to 12, 15 fights of your career, fam. I'm saying these the people that say they do this boxing shit I'm talking to now. These the ones that say, oh, I am boxing. Oh, I can't be fucked with. Oh, I do this. Right? You can't tell them shit. We all know how the first 10 to 15 fights go. Sometimes 18 to 20 plus, depending on what age you start. Right? I ain't got to, you know what I'm saying, put the Courtney rule out there, but we all know the Courtney rule. Unless you're a Lomachenko, unless you're Usyk, right? Unless you've been in the fucking Olympics for 15 to 20 years, like a fucking Cuban or Ukrainian that turned professional at 26, 27 years of age, that's well seasoned and well polished, right? A Rigondeaux who came into the game blazing shit. I'm talking about blazing shit, knocking shit out, smoking cats left to right. You understand? Rigondeaux knocking shit out. Went and embarrassed Nonito Donaire. Embarrassed him. Embarrassed him in one of the greatest years of boxing. Started it off in April. And what did Bob Arum do to him? Kicked his ass to China. What did fighters say about him? He's boring. He's boring. Oh my God. Rigondeaux is boring. One of the best fighters to ever grace the sport. 2-time gold medalist. One of the best fighters to ever grace the sport. One of the best defenses in the sport of boxing. Beat the shit out of my homeboy Tion Kennedy on Manny Pacquiao undercard. I repeat, beat the shit out of my homeboy Tion Kennedy on a Manny Pacquiao undercard. But because of the fans disrespected him so much, got that man kicked to China. Left China, went to the UK. Came from the UK, came back to America. And what he do? Went against what he does best. A sweet defensive fighter. He starts standing in there with these cats, trying to bang it out with big motherfuckers, right? And start getting caught and getting dropped. Then forced him to face a Lomachenko, moving up 2 divisions, right? To get a big fight of his career. And we all know how that ended his career. We all know what happened in that fight. But if he was respected with the sweet signs, he'll still be undefeated right now. He'll still be undefeated right now. But because the fans are fickle and change like the wind, like I said, don't just do. Everybody want their pound of flesh. I get it. But sometimes you got to understand what certain fighters are and understand what to expect from those fighters. If you say you do this boxing shit, right? Like just to say, you have the obligation of putting, the real shit out there, letting them know, well, y'all, this is a fighter that's got the sweet signs, man. He ain't gonna throw too many. He might not be more, appealing with throwing them hands like that. But boy, oh boy, what that boy can do with making you miss and making you pay and embarrassing your favorite fighter, right? He can make your favorite fighter better if they just go out there and have a little bit more faith in themselves. With facing that style, you know what I'm saying? Yes, it's gonna be a little hard, but you got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. It's gonna be a little hard. It's gonna be a little tough. It's gonna be a little rough. You'll get a few bumps and bruises here and there, but you got to figure it out. And if you can't, then guess what? You go back to the drawing board. But the day and age we living in now, if you take a loss, the fans they boo you. They say you ain't shit. And they try to feed you to the wolves. You know what I mean? I feel you, Key. The fans go boo you and try to feed you to the effing wolves, bro. Straight up. And that's crazy to me. Crazy. But that's the era we living in now. That's the era we living in. Feel me? So I want to talk about this court a little bit, man. The I think it's the, you know, I think it's April 25th. I might be wrong with the date. But Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez, Rolly versus Ryan, Tia versus Arnold Barbosa. Hell of a card. Say it again, Monty Brown. Hell of a card. Say it again, Monty Brown. Hell of a card that we're getting at Turkey Island Sheep. Hell of a card Turkey Island Sheik is putting on. But these cats out here discrediting Turkey Island Sheik, and that discredit that card. That's what I mean by trying to find a way to hate on some shit. These motherfuckers hated on the Mitra Bivol versus Beterbiev 2. Worrying about how many pay-per-views it sold. Why the fuck are you worrying about how many pay-per-views it sold when we just had a great night of boxing? Oh well, he was the co-main event. He ain't nothing. You know, why would he go somewhere and be the co-main event? He should be the headliner. He should be this. Does it matter? Does it matter? Was it entertaining or not? You feel me? Was it entertaining or not? All you should be worried about. And especially if you didn't pay for the motherfucker. Because the same ones complaining, running their mouth, I promise you they didn't pay for it. I promise that they didn't. I'm not supporting Turkey out the sheep. I'm not going to buy that. I'm not doing that. Then shut the fuck up if you didn't buy the fight. There's people that pay their hard-earned money that enjoy the fights. So Turkey's put on another hell of a card in America, right? To the ones out there, he's trying to take all the fights over there. He don't even want the fights to be in America anymore. That's not good for the fan base. That's not good for this. That's not good for that. Then you make a hell of a card in America. They still find shit to talk about. But this is a hell of a card, man. This is a hell of a card and a hell of a night. And I respect it. You know, I respect it, bro. I'm looking forward to each one of them fights. You know, we're finna enjoy each one of them fights. I think Ryan and Rolly, to me, is probably the most exciting one on there because we know how they fight. I want to see how Devin bounced back against a fighter like Jose Ramirez. You know, people saying, "Oh, Jose Ramirez go kill Devin Haney." We better hope Jose Ramirez is the Jose Ramirez of old. I want to see him come back and force Devin fight because that style can give Devin some problems. Devin also has the style to negate him if he's not standing right there trying to bang it out. I think he learned his lesson from the Ryan shit. Right, use your legs. That's your defense. Keep him at bay with that jab. Make him miss. Make him pay. Sweet signs, angles. Roll him. Get up out of there. Keep his ass in the middle of the ring. You feel me? And work your magic. Then with T.O. and Arnold Barbosa, T.O. do all that goddamn talking, being nerve wracking, like he can't control himself, right? He better show up talking all that shit. He better show up. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of Arnold Barbosa. I do favor T.O. in the fight, right? Can't be biased in this situation. Who do I want to win? Arnold Barbosa. I want him to go out there and beat T.O. ass. I don't think it's going to happen. But by T.O. doing all that goddamn talking, he better be ready, Freddy. And he better not go out there and get his ass embarrassed and try to make up an excuse. Oh, man, this, and that. Because I'm not letting that shit slide. I'm going to tear his ass up. But it's a hell of a card that a lot of these cats trying to discredit and talk about because Turkey put it on. But if it was somebody else putting it on, they'd be jumping for joy, screaming hallelujah, thank the Lord and shit. That's how you know some weird shit going on. Some weird shit going on. Key, what's going down, bro?
Oh man, give me a minute, man. I'm finna get this little boy a bath, but I'm gonna be in the
I hear you,
background.
Key.
Give me a little
You're on
second.
mute if you're talking.
Can you hear me?
Oh, no, go ahead, Key. My earbud was plugged in. I hear you.
Nah. I was just saying, give me a second, man. I'm gonna give my little
Okay,
man a bath real quick. I'm gonna be in the
okay,
background.
okay. He got getting old little Rob together over there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. But yeah, man, if it was somebody else, they'd be jumping for joy, screaming hallelujah right now, right? Because that's a hell of a card. All them cards can be a main event. T.O. versus Arnold Barbosa, main event. Ryan Garcia, Ryan Garcia versus Rolly, main event. Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez, main event. Do we give a fuck who's the co-main? Do we? Just do? Miss Just Do? Anybody that's still in the building? Do we give a damn who's the co-main event on that card? Or are we saying, God damn, that's a hell of a card. Can't wait for that bell to kick off, ding ding, and get that bitch started. Nobody gives a fuck about who's the co-main event. None of these Negroes is talking about, well, so and so is the co-main event on this card. Why is he the co-main event? Nope. Nope. But when it comes to Shakur Stevenson, he can't be the co-main event. Just word shit, bro. Just word shit. Why? I don't know. Nah, I do know. They just hating on the goddamn kid. I do know. They just hating on the kid, bro. They hating on the kid. And like I said, why? That's something I want to ask a few of these cats. Why? Why do you hate on Shakur Stevenson so much? You know, is it because the crowd comes when you do? You know, the crowd comes and watch you shit on the man up and down all around. So it's like, okay, man, let me keep doing this shit because the crowd is coming. If y'all that thing at the bottom of y'all heard, I apologize. A brother apologize. But I'm HOT right now because St. Louis is heating up. He's on fire. Right? Because the crowd comes just to hear you shit on that man. It's like, oh yeah, let me shit on him even more now. We found more reason to shit on him. He's not doing this. And he's not doing that. And he's not doing this. And he's not doing that. Like, get the F out of here, man. Seriously. Get the F out of here, bro. All the way. I mean, all the way. You feel me? But I like that card, man. I can't wait for that card to kick off. Um, this Tank and Lamont Roach rematch. I don't really know too much about what's going on with it. I don't know if it's gonna be next. I don't know if it's signed, sealed, and delivered, right? But I do know Tank can be more focused. You know what I mean? I do know he'll be more focused. You know, I think he coming to the game understanding that, look, man, I tried to just fight this dude last fight, just trying to get the knockout. I knew he was tough. I know him since we was kids. We had a few rumbles, you know. Those was tough. But now I gotta do something different, you know. I gotta do something different. I gotta use the sweet science a little bit. Use my angles. Use my defense. Make them miss and make them pay. Hit it with some shit that he don't see. You know what I'm saying? Hit him with something that he don't see coming, so he can't brace himself. But I can get him up out of there. You understand? So I think that's what's gonna have to happen with that situation. And I don't know what just happened. I don't know if they made everybody drop off. Let me see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Okay, back. You know, so we'll see. But the big card coming up, man. I got Devin over Jose Ramirez. I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight. I think like I said, if it's gonna be the old Ramirez, if he bring, you know what we know he can bring to the ring, I think he can make it a little tough for Devin with that, you know, with that rough and tough style. One thing I do know, and I always say this about Devin Haney, um, he can gas out. Devin can gas out. So he has to come in great shape, tip top shape. He has to be smart in the ring, right? I like what he did in the Regis fight, which I thought he could have pressed on the gas and got Regis up out of there. And I say this all the time. He should have used the game plan against Regis, against Ryan, and the game plan against Ryan, against Regis, in my opinion, right? But the Regis game plan, he's most definitely going to need that against Jose Ramirez. You feel me? Put that game plan down against Jose Ramirez. Even if you crack him and hurt him, still stay on your toes, still stay sharp, still stay smart. You know what I'm saying? Because we know, yo, chinny chin chin, you know, can go like the winning win. And you don't want to see yourself on that canvas again because then doubt start creeping in your head. And one thing you don't want in a big time fight on a stage like that is doubt creeping inside your head. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. You dig what I'm saying? So you got to be smart, stay strong, stay sharp. And I think Devin should be able to win that one. Unanimous decision. You dig what I'm saying? Because I don't see him knocking that man out. Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero. I see Ryan knocking out Rolly, the Mister. Just touch it, man. You know what I mean? Just touch it. Go ahead and touch it. If you know what I'm talking about, if you know, you know. You feel me, Mister? Just touch it, man. You know. But I got Ryan knocking Rolly out somewhere around eighth or the ninth round. I think Rolly will have some success early on, right? Trying to rough Ryan up. We all know the Spawn history they got. But Ryan ain't that little small skinny man no more, right? He put on some pounds, he put on some weight, he moved up in weight, so you know he's a little more solid now. So Rolly think he gonna go in there and just bully Ryan around the ring, and I don't think that's gonna work. But I do think Rolly will have some success. You know what I'm saying? With the force of power that he throw with, we know he's strong as an ox. You feel me? So he gonna go in there looking for the knockout himself. But I think Ryan Garcia's speed, his sharpness, his quickness, and just that counter hook, man. That counter, that counter, that counter. It's gonna catch Rolly ass on a chin 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 while Rolly ain't paying attention. Go, no, he ain't gonna see it coming. and that's gonna be all she Rizzo. You know, I got Ryan by knockout, 8th, 9th, 10th round, somewhere in at the end, 8th, 9th, 10th round. I think Rolly will be a little tired, still trying to find something, and I think Ryan go catch him and Wallaby his ass. You feel me? But I think that's gonna be the most exciting fight on the card, bro. And then with Tio and Honor Barbosa, bro, that's gonna come down to how aggressive Honor Barbosa is with Teofimo Lopez. You know what I
All
mean?
right, money.
I got you. Teofimo, I'm just breaking down the fights. Teofimo,
Yeah, I hear you.
I feel like when you putting the pressure on him, got him going backwards. I think he's at a disadvantage. You feel me? I think him going forward, you know, kind of give him a little bit more up, even though he want to be a counterpuncher, right? He wants you to come forward and swing your best shot. But if he's somebody like an Honor Barbosa that can box going forward with being smart, I think that gives him problems, especially if you don't give him what he wants. And keep him at a certain distance and make him have to think, you put yourself in a good position. But I think if Tio go out there and be Tio, man, don't be on the stupid shit and be focused, right? He has a shot to knock Honor Barbosa out. I mean, he has a great shot of knocking Honor Barbosa out, and but he got to be all the way locked in, not going out there trying to showboat, right? Trying to play into the cameras and the fans like he be trying to do at times. But if he focused, I can see him knocking Honor Barbosa out in the late rounds. But I also can see Honor Barbosa going out there hurting T.O., not knocking him out, hurting him, and pulling off a victory over that boy. And I ain't gonna say an upset win because I don't think that'll be an upset in my opinion. But I do get Honor Barbosa a shot. But I got T.O. winning that thing. You feel me? But we'll see how it play out. But what's going down, Key man? How you feeling, bro?
Ah man, man. Ah man, I'm so hot, man. I tell you the situation I had to deal with. Man,
Uh-huh.
they messed all my shit up over there at the auto
Oh
place.
man.
But so I was hearing you cook. Now, going back to the Devin fight, right?
Uh-huh.
Let me ask you a question, Money.
Uh-huh.
Name one fighter we seen take a clean left hook from Ryan Garcia and stood up behind that shit.
None.
So what I'm gonna say by saying this is that I I don't think that we could, you know what I'm saying, just say that Devin got a weak chin. You know what I'm saying? That he got a weak suspect chin. Because one thing he kept get, I think is more so you could say that he got leaky defense, right? But I don't think you can say that he got a weak chin because he was taking that shot, but he was the only one that took it clean repeatedly and was able to get up from it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that say that he got a lot of heart, that he got a lot of heart, and I don't think that he got a weak chin because this is Ryan Garcia that he getting hit with. You know what I'm saying? Now if he just getting hit with a left hook by anybody and just falling out like that, right? Then we can say, okay, like say if he get hit with a left hook by Jose Ramirez and bam, he dropped. Now we could be like, okay, yeah, his chin kind of suspect. You know what I'm saying? His chin might be weak. But Ryan Garcia, man, he cracking like, you know what I'm saying? That left hook he got, ain't nobody stand. Everybody folded when he hit him with it clean. You know what I'm saying? Tank never got hit with the shot clean. So, he was one of the few that was able to make it through because he didn't get hit with it clean. But everybody that I just seen Ryan land that left hook on clean, you know what I'm saying? They were sleeping. So
Mm-hmm.
as far as the Haney and Jose Ramirez fight, man, I think that Haney needed that loss, bro. He needed to take that L. See, I'm gonna talk about the elephant in the room. Like ain't nobody really said this, but man, he needed to be like, and he kind of said it himself in that interview, man. And I can see a whole different person in him now because he didn't got humble. Like, man, he was on top, and he started to believe all of that shit like he was unbeatable. You know what I'm saying? Even by the way he was talking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And for anybody that's listening, no, I'm not dismissing the fact that Ryan Garcia was on PEDs, right? That Ryan Garcia was on Ostarine. But I'm just talking about how Devin was going about the shit. Oh, he ain't. I'm gonna walk through him. He's a D-level fighter, and this, and that. So he was really, what I'm saying. He was drinking his own piss. He's drinking his own piss, and he got way too cocky. He even said himself in that interview. He said that he said that he was starting to show up to the gym 2 hours late just because he could. You know what I'm saying? Because he thought, oh, I'm that nigga now. You know what I'm saying? And he started believing all the meat mushers around him that was telling him he was a knockout artist and all that other shit, right? So sometimes you need to go through adversity like he went through to tap into your full potential, right? To say, you know what? I was starting to slip on some of the shit I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I was starting to smell myself a little bit too much. Now I think that it's gonna make him a better fighter because I kind of see how he talking, how he's locked in. You know what I'm saying? How he already in tip top condition. You know, and I think that he gonna go out there, man, and I think he gonna look better than he ever did before. I think he gonna look better than he ever did before. I think he gonna put on a display against Jose Ramirez. I really do. First, I was kind of like, I don't know. We got to see how he gonna look. But if I had to bet on it, I think he gonna look better than he ever has. You know what I'm saying? Now it is still that question: is he gonna be timid? You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna be like a Roy Jones after Roy Jones got knocked out? You know what Roy's problem was? He was timid.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He's scared to let them things go. But I think that Devin, he was able to take enough time off. You know what I'm saying? Because a year, that's a long time out of the ring. I think he was able to take enough time off to let that shit kind of, get out of his brain. And I think that, his mindset, from the way that he talking, his mindset is on another level now. Back to where, I'm hungry again. I ain't got nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? These people ain't believing in me, right? These promoters ain't, you know what I'm saying? Until Turkey came in the game, they wasn't trying to give me no bag no more. Everybody counted me out. So now I got something to prove. Before he was on that, he put himself on that pedestal to where he like, I ain't got shit to prove. Ain't nobody messing with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Calling Ryan Garcia a D-level fighter and saying you're gonna go in there and knock him out was crazy.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I think it's gonna make him a better fighter. Some fighters need that. You know what I'm saying? Some fighters need that. They need that. Like Shakur had said in that interview, he said, "Man, if I had won that gold medal, he said I probably have a loss on my record right now because nobody, you know what I'm saying?" And he basically was saying, "Because I would have came in the game." And nobody would have been able to tell me shit, and I would have really started smelling myself like that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of fighters, when they do that, they start taking shortcuts. They still working hard, but they ain't working as hard as they can. They not trying to, dot all their I's and cross all the T's. Can't nobody tell them nothing. Everybody in your camp, they ain't gonna tell you nothing because you're undefeated. You know what I'm saying? They're around you kissing your ass. They telling you perfect and you the best thing. You're better than Floyd Mayweather. You're this and that. You see what I'm saying? And so that shit, a young fighter that can get to their head. And I think that was one of the things that happened to him. And so now, like I said, I think Jose Ramirez is, yeah, man, he gonna go ahead and make Jose Ramirez look retarded in that ring, I believe. But Jose Ramirez ain't no pushover neither. But I just think that Devin Haney gonna go in there and do his thing. As far as Rolly and Ryan Garcia.
Let me just say this, King. You got right back. Andrew Wise, I agree with Andrew Wise. Like I was gonna stop, I ain't gonna stop to talk, but Devin have been rocked by a few other people. Loma, Cambosa, Linares, so the chin is still a little suspect to me. But I get what you're saying too. He ain't getting knocked out. He got up because Ryan put shit to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And Devin did get back up, and I gotta give him that. So I gotta agree with that. So Andrew Wise,
I don't
right.
think
that ain't the wrong statement, Queen. You right.
He got hit by Loma, but he wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't shaky and dazed and like, you know what I'm saying? He took a good punch by Loma. Everybody's gonna take a good punch every now and then, but the only time we really seen him besides Ryan Garcia that we ever seen him kind of like, like where that nigga didn't know where he
Linares.
was with the Linares, but that comes from leaky defense. If you in there with somebody that can crack and they hit you with that right shot right on the chin, you feel me? You're not just eating those type of shots. Yeah, if you roll with the shot, if you kind of catch it, but if you get hit by a fighter that can really crack and you don't see the shot coming and you wide open and they hit you right on that spot, like that don't mean that you have a weak chin. So people that's hey, you know what I'm saying? Like people gotta stop saying that shit. That don't mean that you got a weak chin. Like it just means, like I said, man,
No.
your defense can be leaky.
What
You
we
know what I'm
saying?
saying?
You get
You
caught
get
on that
hit with
motherfucker. That's the
yeah,
thing.
you
You
get
get
hit
caught
with
on.
shots. Yeah, you get hit with shots that from fighters that can crack that you shouldn't be getting hit with. Stop. That you shouldn't be getting hit with because you need to fix some holes in your defense and money. Me and you was telling people beforehand that he had that defensive flaw, but wasn't nobody listening. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Wasn't nobody listening. I've been saying that he had that defensive flaw,
Uh-huh.
but he finally admitted it in that interview that he did. Man, he did a hell of an interview. He finally admitted that he had some things in his defense and in his game that he needed to work on, and that
Uh-huh.
he's worked on those things. And before, my problem with Devin is that he didn't want to admit it, bruh. Like he did not want to admit it. Like he was just like, nah, I did everything perfect. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do nothing else. It was just because he was on our screen. But here and there, I did everything perfect. When the whole world, whether you want to admit it or not, can see you ain't do everything perfect, dog. You was
Uh-huh.
getting hit with that left hook repeatedly. So
Repeatedly.
uh, let's see if he's fixed those defensive flaws.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Let's see if he's
I
fixed.
seen him admit it too, kid. So I'm with you on that. He said, yeah. When they asked him, did he go back? No. And I was looking to see what his response gonna be too. I mean, if Tio could keep his motherfucking mouth shut, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me see what his response gonna be. And he responded like what I wanted to hear. So I'm with you on that too.
Yeah, yeah. But so I think he's gonna go in there and do his thing, man. And now as far as the Ryan Garcia and Rolly, man, Rolly ain't the same fighter. You know what I'm saying? Rolly's not the same fighter. Rolly is timid now. You know what I'm saying? Rolly got that Roy Jones syndrome in him. You know what I'm saying? Because he got that Roy Jones that remember for a long time Anthony Joshua was like that. He was
Uh-huh.
terrified to let his hands go, and it made him a different fighter. You know what I'm saying? And Rolly's like that. Rolly did he didn't got knocked out by Tank. Then he went and got what I'm saying put on his face and sparring. Then he went and got in the ring against that 60-year-old man and that man what I'm saying knocked his meat out his taco. You know what I'm saying? He got his meat knocked out his taco and motherfucking sparring. And then what I'm saying it then came back and got his meat knocked out his taco by Pit Bull. So now, what I'm saying, he in his head and he know that his chin is weak. That's a man with a weak chin. That's that you know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about Devin Haney. No, Rolly has a weak chin. You know what I'm saying? But we seen this nigga keep on repeatedly getting his meat knocked out his taco. You know what I'm saying? He got a weak chin. So and
I
he
have
know
a
that.
fucking weak chin.
Hey,
My fucking
and you
chin
know what I'm
not
saying?
weak. Just touch it. Go ahead and touch it.
Hey, but he know he got a weak chin. So you know how I know because he don't fight the same. Rolly used to come in there throwing them bombs, reckless, trying to just run through you. He don't fight like that
Uh-huh.
no more. He very, very cautious. He be scared to let his hands go. With Rolly last fight, he fought on the Canelo and Jaime McGill undercard, I believe. That was his last time he fought. and
Uh-huh.
or was it Canelo and Berlanga? Might have been Canelo Berlanga, right? And he fought the same guy that Abdullah Mason knocked out. What was that? This his last fight or 2 fights ago? Mayonnaise, right? He fought that dude. Man, can you hear me?
Huh?
You hear me?
I'm looking
Can you
up
hear
Rolly
me?
real fast. Yep, I hear you, bro. I'm looking up
Okay,
Rolly
yeah,
last fight.
he fought that cat. Yeah, he fought that cat Emmanuel James, right? And
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't let his hands go. It was a boring fight. When have you ever seen Rolly in a boring fight? You know what I'm saying? It was a boring fight. He was scared to pull the trigger. He looked like a complete different fighter because he was scared to get hit. You know what I'm saying? And the outcome was he won by a boring ass decision, and that's just what it was. It was like both of them was scared. One of them was afraid. The other one was terrified. And that's what you got. But Rolly's not that type of fighter. So now Rolly's gonna go in there against Ryan Garcia that can really crack. What you think he gonna be in there with Ryan Garcia? He gonna be terrified to let his
Uh-huh.
hands go because he knows soon as Ryan catch him, he going to sleep.
Especially with that speed, key. That speed goes really, Edgar Berlanga, key. It was Edgar Berlanga.
Okay, yeah, it was a Berlanga fight. Yeah. So it's so that's how I see it. And then T.O. versus Barbosa, man. I think Barbosa's gonna outbox T.O., bro. I think
You think
Barbosa's gonna
so?
outbox T.O. Yeah, I do. I really do. I think Barbosa's gonna outbox T.O. T.O. have problems with fighters that can box, and Barbosa can box. He's more active. He's getting better every time we see him. He look better, and I think that Barbosa might get robbed though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because To they already did like what I don't like is like Turkey already talking about To and Boots and To and this guy and like they kind of like he ain't got to fight with Barbosa. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's kind of like they looking already past Barbosa, so you know what that's telling you who the favorite is, who they're. You know what I'm saying? If the fight close, you know what I'm saying? Who they gonna give it to? You know who they gonna give it to. Barbosa ain't the name. But ain't nobody talking about no Barbosa and Boost. Ain't nobody talking about Barbosa and Haney or Ryan. They like acting like he don't even exist.
Uh-huh.
And I think that you know what I'm saying, or Barbosa and Richardson Hitchens or none of that shit. They just like To. Like Turkey posted today. He said, "How do y'all like the fight between To and Duranez? How y'all like that fight?" He just posted that today,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, "Yeah, I like to see motherfucking To get carried out on the stretcher because that's what's gonna happen."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's a kind of disrespect to Barbosa because they just looking over him. So that kind of telling me that if the fight is even a little bit close, To ain't got no chance. I mean, Barbosa ain't got no chance to win on scorecards. But I think ultimately he's gonna beat To, and if he do beat To and get robbed, well, we all know who won that fight.
Uh-huh.
That's just how I see it.
I like your perspective on all those, bro. I feel like that's what I was saying with the Barbosa and the Tio fight. I feel like shit. Because I'm a favorite To. As much as the bullshit he talking, how delusional his ass is. If he coming there on point, right? Because a lot of people think his ass slacking off and shit like that. But if he bring his little peon ass on point, I got to favor him. But like I say, I'm with you though. I feel like Barbosa has the skills to frustrate his ass and beat him. You know what I'm saying? But he got to show me. You know what I'm saying? He got to show me. Just do say Honor Barbosa is very disciplined too, and he's not wasteful with his punches or movement. He make everything is calculated. Feel you.
Well, you say, what is T.O.'s A game? You see what I'm saying? Like me, T.O. is a whole bunch of bark, but bruh, the proof is in the pudding, and people missing what they've been seeing. T.O. He went in there and had a war with Steve Claggett, right?
Uh
Steve
huh.
Claggett then lost to some Rudy Poots before. If you go and look at his resume, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Ain't
I'm
no
taking this phone
special
call.
effects of Steve, huh? What you say?
I'm gonna take this phone call. Hold it down, Key. 5 minutes.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Steve Claggett, if you go look at this shit, he didn't lost to some dudes that ain't even that good. A lot of them, right? T.O. had a war with Steve Claggett. What does Steve Claggett do? He just a straight come forward fighter that's gonna throw a lot of punches and fight you, and he tough, right? That type of fighter at 135, T.O. his power would have carried and pretty much got him up out of there. Ever since T.O. came to 140, he can't count on that power and the explosiveness that used to work for him at 135. That shit ain't showing up at 140. So what has T.O. done? We've seen him against Sandor Martin, who can box his ass off, right? He should have lost that fight. We've seen him against Jermaine Ortiz that can box. Jermaine Ortiz, to me, flat out beat him. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't see T.O. lose to boxers on several different occasions. He even lost to Cambosis. Cambosis ain't even no boxer. So what is T.O.'s A game? Like, what's his A game? I think that T.O. has shown us who he is. We just don't want to see it. You know what I'm saying? I think we overlooking and we want to make T.O. some super duper star and better than what he really is because he make you believe by the shit that he talks. He wanted them that make you believe by the shit that he talked. But when we didn't see you lose fights flat out, you know what I'm saying, and get the decision still, to me, I know who you are. I know who you are. It just take that it take that certain fighter, that certain style to beat you. That's why he don't that's why he talks so bad about Shakur, but then he'll tell you that he'll never fight it. Come on, man. He know. He know why he'll never fight Shakur. Shakur is a horrible style matchup for T.O. Yeah. Um, but yeah, so that's just how I feel about the situation. But as far as the card, I think it's a hell of a fight card, for the fans. I don't think it's nowhere near the fight card that we're gonna get on July the 12th. But I think it's a good, fan friendly fight card. It's hella unique, putting it in the middle of Times Square. I think it's gonna give boxing fans a different look, something that we ain't never seen before. So I'm excited to see what this, just the setup gonna look like. I'm excited to see what that setup gonna look like. My man just says, right, Shakur embarrasses T.O. in my opinion, bad style matchup, like you said. Yeah, he knows that. Like, this is my thing, right? A lot of these, I don't know if you want to call them fans or whatever the hell y'all want to call them, a lot of these dudes, man, these characters, they like I don't know if they just don't, like, a lot of them don't know shit about boxing, but a lot of them know it, but they don't want to admit it because they don't like that certain fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you be cool with T.O. talking a bunch of shit about a fighter like Shakur, but then telling you that he'll never fight him? Like, where we do that at? You know what I'm saying? And that was my problem with Tank. How can you talk a bunch of shit about a fighter and then turn around and say you ain't gonna fight him? If you could talk shit about a fighter, that means you can fight him. That means you should be wanting to fight him because you're talking that shit about him. I don't want to hear you talk a bunch of shit about somebody, tell me what they ain't and what you'll do to them and this, and that, and then turn around and say, I'll never fight him. Like, that shit weird to me. You know what I'm saying? That shit's weird. I want to see you prove all of that shit. If you saying that he ain't this and he ain't that, and you gonna do this and you would do that, well, fight him. Well, see, we living in the age of hypothetical wins, where you could just say you'll do some shit to a fighter, and then everybody gonna run with that narrative if they don't like that certain fighter. And that shit just weird.
Facts, bro. That's why I
You know what I'm
said.
saying? Now, I was saying that I don't know if you heard me, but I was
I
saying
was
that
hearing.
like,
I was
what you
hearing.
say?
I was hearing.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Like Shakur is a horrible style matchup for T.O. You know what I'm saying? But I was just saying that T.O. man, he don't do good against fighters that can box. Like look how he looked against Jermaine Ortiz. Look how he looked against Sandor Martin. And he make a bunch of excuses for himself, and then he'll talk himself up so much people will forget that this man ain't really that good against certain style fighters. He ain't. He is what he is. It's a such thing as having a bad night one time, right? Right. So we let him slide with the George Cambosa shit, right? Money. Like, oh well, he said this, and that was wrong with him, and this, and that, and he had a bad night, right? Then you come
Yeah.
back against Sandor Martin, and now you talking about you had another bad night. Do I still got it, right? You have a fight in between, you look good, then you come back again and against Jermaine Ortiz, and he whooped your ass. Jermaine Ortiz flat out beat him. And now it's like, what? Oh, he was running. Nah, motherfucker, you couldn't cut off the ring. He was tagging you up, making you look stupid, and you got outboxed.
Uh-huh.
You got outboxed 9 rounds to 3. So it ain't, they're like, nah. Like, I go back and study these fights. Like, you can't. A lot of these motherfuckers don't even watch fights, money, and me and you both know that, right? They'll watch
Uh-huh.
highlights, or they'll go off of what one of these other channels that said, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
that meat mush that certain fighter that they want to listen to, and then they'll go by that. And they ain't watched the fight. They just going off of what somebody else said. You know what I'm saying? So T.O., bro, to me, T.O. is the fighter at 140. We ain't talking about 135 because his power and his explosiveness never carried up at 140. It just didn't. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? At 135, when he was the bigger guy, he was cracking, he was hurting them guys with his power and explosiveness. But T.O.'s been that same fighter his whole career. Remember Nakatani. Remember Nakatani was
Yep.
putting hands on him. Oh, he just had a bad night. Well, how many bad nights this
No.
motherfucker gonna have?
That was the wife shit. Oh man, he was going at it with the wife, and the guy didn't
Yeah.
go up to the
How many
wedding.
wife, parents, bad nights you gonna have? You know what I'm saying? Then a fighter like Shakur go in there, and I'm gonna just show y'all the comparison. A fighter like Shakur go in there, right? Injuries out the ass, show you the injuries that he have, right? Still win clearly, but y'all said it was, but he can't. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no off night for him. Shakur, he just garbage. He trash. All he do is run. He can't beat none of these guys. You see what I'm saying, money?
Yeah.
And it's crazy. But I just, my question is, how many bad nights can T.O. have till we say, okay, well, T.O., he's still a very good fighter, but this is who he is.
Uh-huh.
Certain style matchups, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they giving him so if they really scored them fights how they were supposed to be scored, he gonna at least have 3 L's on his record.
Uh-huh.
You feel me? But I mean, he's the name. He's the you can't sell no Jermaine Ortiz.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't sell no Sandor Martin like that. They don't bring that to the table. You didn't put millions and millions of dollars behind Jermaine Ortiz or Sandor Martin to promote him.
Yeah.
And that's the boxing business. That's a part of boxing. But you can fool these fans.
Right.
All you got to do is have you know a big promotional company behind you to hype you up, and a fan base to say that you this and that, and they gonna forget that you just look like some shit. This fight, that fight, and that fight.
Facts. You ain't lying, bro. And
Yeah,
that's what happened with certain parties too. You know,
yeah.
we don't forget nothing. Like I say, like just to say, Nakatani had him complaining about never fighting, tell fighters again. I remember that shit. Oh, the wife, everybody. Oh, my mother and my sister didn't show up to our wedding. Looking at her.
Bro, if you that, because these fighters deal with all type of shit outside of the ring, right? And they deal with it and go through. If you that weak and you got to make an excuse every time he look like some shit, it's some oh man, I had this. He's weak minded, bro. That's a part of boxing too. Mental, your mental is a big part of boxing, and he got a weak mental.
I'm just a kid. Just
Hey,
a
come on,
kid.
bro. Imagine, imagine if Shakur Tank had did that shit.
That still began drugged through the mud, mean like a motherfucker.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Imagine that.
That was great. The boxers.
That's why I
Imagine
got his
that.
ass. Because his ass delusional, bro. That's why I got his ass.
That's
He's
great.
so delusional about certain shit.
That's good.
Like I ain't never seen people make more excuses than that nigga Teofimo Lopez, bro. I'm talking about excuse out the excuse. Oh man, Top Rank want the black fighters, he can keep them. Like, bro, cut it out, man. You know what I'm saying? Cut that shit out. Ain't his ass up there. Oh, I want this amount of money. I don't get paid. I deserve this. I deserve that. Even after the Jermaine Ortiz fight, when he sat up there like he just really went to work and he crying and shit. I'm like, bro, you crying like you went out there and dominated, nigga. Dude was stumping your ass a little bit.
He got beat flat out.
Mhm.
He flat out got beat. Babe, remember when T.O. fought Jermaine Ortiz?
Mhm.
The Puerto Rican. When he got flat out beat. I'll show you what he looked like. Because I remember you was pissed off and you was talking about how T.O. got beat clearly. He was pissed. He was like, how the hell they give him that? Hey. Go ahead, I'm on mute real quick.
All right. But yeah, y'all, I'm over here trying to get this little food down. Starving over here trying to do this little show. Starving like more. But I'm done. And it was fun. But yeah, y'all. Nice little chords coming up, man. We're going to enjoy them. And then we'll see what next after that. Then I want to touch on this too because I love the way my brother Just Do put that Boots and Brian Norman shit in perspective. First of all, shout out to the Normans. Move the way y'all want to move. I'm going to say it again, bro. Shout out to the Normans. Move the way y'all want to move. Move on y'all chessboard the way you want to move on your chessboard. Don't let no fighter, don't let no promoter, don't let no backstabbing ass, inconsistent ass, think they know it all ass, word ass, psycho, motherfucking YouTube creators and fans tell y'all how to move or what y'all deserve in a sport of boxing that is brutal. You know what I mean? That can be fatal, and especially when you put the work in shooting in the gym. You feel me? And I'm seeing these guests out here trying to tell somebody if he's saying we have negotiations and we at a certain number, near the number that we want, and I'm telling them just a little bit more, a little sugar on the top, they can bring that. It ain't that they don't deserve it. It's just that if they want to give it. But they talking about, 1.7 to 1.8, whatever it was, like Brian Norman told me. I want my son to walk away with at least an even $1 million when it's all said and done. After taxes and we paying this and paying that, let us at least get $1 million. Like Just said, I agree 120%. You gonna take some pain and punishment fighting Jerron Boots Sanders. Win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw. And if you lose, you gotta deal with the setback. You gotta deal with the criticism. You gotta deal with the oh man, he couldn't fuck with Boots and he got this and he got that, the memes and all this shit that go along with it. It's part of the game nowadays, right? In this word ass era of boxing, it's part of the game with social media being the way it is, right? Nobody is, you know what I mean, above approach. Nobody is above the program, right? We know if you lose, and if you lose in a horrible situation, you're going to get mean. That's just the nature of the game. You know you're going to be somewhere E-O, hung up, strung up, you know what I'm saying? So if you feel like you'll work what you say you'll work, and if you feel like you can negotiate for it, and if you feel like you was that close, then guess what? Pass on it. Go get some more wins under your belt. Continue being the world champion, and come back to the table. You know what I mean? Come back to the table. And I'm quite sure the next time you come back to the table, if that person's still a champion, if he still won, it makes the fight that much more bigger. And you get a little bit more icing on that bitch. You know what I mean? So Brian Norman, the way that kid built, the way he's wired, he ain't gonna tell no lies. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna tell no lies. Brian Norman is a straight shooter. His father is a straight shooter, and the son is a straight shooter, bro. You know what I mean? Like a straight shooter. Solid. You feel me? You know, you can tell a real one when you're in the presence of a real one, bro. You can tell somebody that's telling the truth. You know, he ain't never try to up himself over nothing. You know, his work was his work. He said he put in some good work. He wasn't trying to build himself up to be a big time monster or shit like that. And I respected that. But he did take his credit on what he did. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want them to go out there and let no damn body tell them what they deserve or what they don't deserve. You feel me? So shout out to the Normans, man. Shout out to Boots for putting himself in a damn good position to be who he is, right? To go out there and you know become unified champion. Did what he did to my dog, Stanionis. And now he's in a position to say, do I want to go for undisputed? Because I don't know if he want to go for undisputed, keep saying we'll see and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be like what he want to do. Is he feel like he want to move up now?
I gotta
No,
do.
we'll see.
What is that?
Travis White, what's going down, bro?
Brother Money Brown, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right. What's going down?
Oh man, not too much, man. I want to let's see if I can get this thing. I don't know how to work this. Let me see. Oh, there you go, brother Money Brown, man. I just want to say, man, I thank you for all your work and everything like that.
I appreciate you, my brother.
Also, I wanted to say we was talking about the situation. What we talking about as far as the boxing and everything going on. Abdullah Mason now.
Oh yeah. Well, I was touching with the Abdullah Mason situation. I was just
Yeah.
talking about how they were trying to put him above shit. And I love Abdullah Mason, bro. Bad
Right.
motherfucker. His time will come, but he's just not above Shakur Stevenson right now.
I don't think so neither. Not at this moment. I mean, I think he's a killer, but not at this moment. But also, I wanted to express to you, I wanted to give you the opportunity to tell me what you think about it.
Uh-huh. What's that?
I'm talking about this Happy Sack Derm dude. You see that Derm dude? Happy Sack, you put this on your balls. Soon as you get out the water, you clean yourself up, put that on your balls, and it's going to go all the way. You're going to have about 10, 11, 12, maybe 13 or 14 of them hanging on your ball head. Put Derm dude on it.
What the fuck?
You understand me?
Was that the product?
Not it's a product. This thing right here is
No, I said,
mean.
is that your product?
Now, listen, what you need to know about this Derm dude, we got brushes, all that type shit. You get with this Derm dude, I'm telling you. That's what you need to get with this Derm dude. This is strawberry lollipop. Rub yourself down real good, put it on your balls, and get ready
Bro,
to
chill. Just pause, dog. Chill.
You said what now?
Why you putting no Happy Sack or whatever you talking about, brother?
Hold on, wait a minute, brother. Happy Sack
bro.
is the shit. This the shit right here.
That's you on it's like you on some of that Diddy and Shannon
No,
Sharp
sir.
shit right
No,
now.
sir. No, sir. No,
Getting a
sir.
little freaky.
No,
Getting a little
no.
freaky around the motherfucker, bro.
You will be. You'll get free if you get this.
Nah, we good on that situation. We good on
Uh,
here, homie. Back to the boxing. That nigga came in this motherfucker talking about some motherfucking happy side. That nigga went through the whole goddamn situation though. First I thought he was joking. This nigga dead ass serious. Hey Angie White, I thought he was finna say a joke. I thought it was marijuana. That nigga tried. That nigga came on here with some other type of shit. Mason is the future for sure. He is. You hear me? But nonetheless, what does that have to do with boxing? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. You have to go home, step down with that one, buddy. I swear to God, I thought it was a prank. I thought he was joking. He would go bust out laughing or some shit.
Nah, he came up here on that weird shit.
Yeah, I think that nigga finna say. I'm thinking it's weed. I think he finna say I'm just joking. That motherfucker was dead ass serious, bro.
He came up here on that. I was about to tell you, man, click him off
Oh
before he
yeah,
gets, pull his thing on or something. Like,
man,
man, come on,
man,
bro.
man, man, man. Fuck the whole show up. Can you hear me?
Talking about, bro.
I'm,
He did that
I
shit
swear
on
to God.
purpose. He would have been you was cool. I would have been clicked his ass off.
No, key in my head, I think he finna say as a joke, right? I swear on my life, bro. I'm like, this nigga could say something about boxing, like, you hear me? I ain't even catching on, Key. I said, hold on, man, I'm gonna hit that motherfucking good back butt. You hear me? Like, god damn. And I let that shit ride for a little too long, too,
You
bro.
let that shit ride way too
Yeah.
long.
Sitting up there thinking this shit finna be a joke. Yeah, man. God damn, Money B, that's me, bro. No, I'm a little rusty with this shit. But
What's up?
yeah, real.
God dang.
No, it would have been put up a nigga. Hey man, get on up out the fucking universe, bro. But past that, yeah. But nonetheless, they gonna be some good fights, man. Great fights on that card, and we'll see how they turn out. But what I said though, Key, right? Because niggas all on Shakur talking about the co-main event where he was fighting at, right? But when we look at this card that Turkey putting on, ain't nobody worrying about who the co-main event. You know what I'm saying? And we got 3 top shotters, 3 bad motherfuckers having a hell of a card, and nobody is saying, "Oh, well, he the co-main, he the co-main." You know what I'm saying? Nobody's saying nothing. But when it comes to
That's because
Shakur,
they searching for shit.
yeah, yeah, they look for anything to discredit, bro. Like I was saying, okay, at first, Shakur need to do everything he need to do to get the fight. Now that he got the fight, they ain't praising him. They ain't saying, man, shouts out to Shakur Stevenson for this Williams Cepeda fight. Oh, this a hell of a fight. Oh, he did everything he needed to do to make the fight happen. Let's see how it turned out. Let's see if he beat Williams Cepeda where it put him at. Let's see if this fight is the fight that catapult him to this and that and this. Now it's all about, oh, he got to do this, and he apologized and he left this. It's like, man, there's always some shit, bro. Always. That nigga ain't gonna never get no just do. Never. When Just Do said if he got hurt and whoop Williams Cepeda in spectacular fashion,
Oh, they not gonna. They gonna be like, oh, Williams Cepeda was never like that. He was sorry. He still ain't beat. Who the hell is Williams Cepeda? Don't nobody know who he is.
Look what Tevin Former did to him.
Yep. Tevin already exposed all that. Be all that. Well, I said he got it. That's why I said he gonna have to realize that he's not gonna get no credit.
Nobody
There ain't gonna be nobody.
That's the thing about Shakur. That's the thing about Shakur that I respect, bro. Like Shakur realized where he is. Like that's why I say he move how he move, but he ain't gonna let them change who he is, bro. Like he's still gonna be like he's not falling for the banana and tailpipe. He's not going out there like we said about Devin, getting caught up trying to just bang with a bang or shit like that. Nah, nigga, that nigga stand true to who he is, and you know if he feel it that night, he go give what he got. But if he don't, then I'm gonna find a way to do what the name of the game is, and let's get that motherfucking W at the end of the day. And that's what I respect.
See, the thing is, that's why a lot of people don't want that Tank fight because they know it's a possibility for Tank to lose, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know you got Tank winning. I got him losing, and that's fine. But we both want to see the fight. You know what I'm saying? We both want to see the fight, right? But that's why these dudes they don't want to see the fight because then they know if Shakur beat him, then they gonna have to bow down and give him his credit. They don't want to have to do that, so they much rather not just see the fight. You know what I'm saying? That's what that shit about, bro.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? What can you say if he did if he beat Tank? What can they say?
Shit.
Then they gonna have to give him his credit. You see what I'm saying? So they these dudes so weird. They rather not see the fight. They rather not see the fight.
Yep, I need that fight, bro. I need that fight. That's the fight that we need for boxing, and that's the fight that's gonna catapult some shit if it take place. Like I keep telling people, bro. Like if they get in that ring, it's gonna be like it's gonna bring something different out of both of them, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Everybody might feel how they feel, which I don't give two fucks. I feel like it's gonna be both of their toughest fights, bro. Tank gonna have to figure some shit out on how to go out there and get around that defense of Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson gonna have to figure out to get around that power and the speed and the counter punching the Tank, which gonna make both of them have to get in their bag and give us something special on that night. And I believe so, bro. I believe, like I say, I believe that fight lives up to the hype. Sorry, I believe that fight lives up to the hype like no other, bro. I really do, because I think Shakur really want to prove that he is him, and that's the fight that he really want. And I think Tank, knowing who Shakur is and what he brings to the table, he want to go out there and prove, you know what I'm saying, that if the fight get made, you feel me? So, but I like what you said on Just Do. I don't know if it's today or the other day. Like, okay, Shakur want the fight, but both of them gotta want the fight. If a man keep telling you he don't want the damn fight, then what can we do? And that's why I be like, shit, Shakur doing exactly what he's supposed to do. Get your bag, get your money. Don't wait for nobody, because you got a family to feed, a little girl, a wife. You doing your shit, and you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna get my mids the way I get my mids. I'm a man, bro. 3 division world champion. I got status in this bitch. I ain't just know anybody. Like I tell people, I ain't just know any motherfucker in the sport. You know what I'm saying? I can fight and I hold weight, and it proves that I hold weight because, like I said, look at as soon as you get let go, somebody go pick him up. It doesn't matter what happened with Shakur. Whether they, I remember I told him once he left Top Rank, they was all chasing after him. Oh, everybody wanted to sign him. But whenever he get let go or whenever he leave, best believe gonna be somebody sitting right there saying, "Hey, Shakur, my door is open," right? And then they said, "Oh well, look what Lou DiBella said about him. Da, 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 this, da, da, da. But look what happened when he became a free agent. My door is open." So did he really mean what the fuck he was saying? Or was he just saying that because Shakur probably whooped one of his fighters' ass or somebody he was investing to ass? You see what I'm saying? So come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
For the boxing, bro. We all know how this game go. Let's stop the bullshit. You know what I mean? Stop the bullshit. Hell yeah, though. But keep my eyes on this bitch for 2 hours and 33, bro. I'm about to get ready and get my eyes up off this bitch, bro. Any last words?
Nah, I wish I was able to cook when you first got on, but man,
You know it's all
you know
love,
what
bro.
it is, man. All
All love.
love.
Yeah, yeah.
Salute to the chat. Y'all already know what it is.
No, I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, thank y'all for coming through, man, rocking out with your boy. Like I say, the most we had probably was 20, 25, and I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. The beautiful Angie Wise, thank you so much, Queen. My brother Just Do, Miss Just Do, Sweets, Low Tolliver, uh, Blood Bossy coming through, blessings, showing love. Um, um, my dude MW2 coming through. Hold on, my other dog showed me some love too. I ain't gonna leave your name out, brother. Sweet 87 MS showed me some love coming through in that super chat. I appreciate that, bro. Means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that came through rocking out with your boy. Most definitely, Miss Wise. Most definitely, Queen. Thank you so much. Means a lot. Y'all be safe out there, man. Y'all keep Mike Rhymes in your prayers. We will be back. You know what I mean? Just got to pick a time and get back on this grind. But once I get everything in order, we will be going full throttle with this thing. Kicking these chumps and punks up to ASS, and we'll see if they step up to the plate and want to debate. They talk like they really want to talk and debate, but ain't none of them go pull up on Mighty B. I repeat this, y'all. Listen to me. They talk like they want to play and they want to debate, but ain't none of them gonna pull up on Money B. I promise you that one, fam. Y'all be safe out there. Much love, y'all.